Hey friends, A Maze here, back again with another video. Welcome to our channel and thank you for watching. It's an honor to be here with you guys. So today we're talking about how to gain control. And that's just control in general, whatever it is. Whatever you're trying to do, we all got different things we want. You know, emotional intelligence, a new car, pass the SAT, pass the bar exam. I don't know what you're working on. Be a better parent, just in a better relationship, period, okay? The same steps apply. You got to have patience with yourself. You can't give up. And that's how you stay in control. So without further ado, I got a list of 6 things. We're going to start with number 1, which is find a feeling to refer to, okay? So recall back a time when you felt victorious. I know you can. Just think of a time in your life where you felt the most victorious ever. Or if you can't, you can artificially conjure it up with what you think it might feel like, okay? Or it don't have to be victory. It don't have to be victory or victorious. It could be just in general happiness, okay? Confidence. What are you trying to do? The point is, refer to a time in your life when you felt these emotions. And I mean, really seriously, sit down alone. Turning the lights off helps a great deal. It gives you less stimulation, less outer stimulation. And really go in your mind of a place. Now, again, this can be something that you already experienced and you want to reconjure up this feeling. Or you can manufacture it with your imagination. Either way, you find one particular feeling, hold on to it. Once you get there, now you find a pocket in your heart and in your brain, and you hold it there, okay? You remember this feeling, and you lock it into the feeling memory bank of your spirit, okay? Whether it's easier for you to think about it, hold it in your heart, whatever it takes for you, because we all different. You need this to refer back to, okay? And why are you doing this, A-Maze? Because this will help you stay stable. For example, say you get into it with a coworker, right? And all you want to do is have peace at work, but then hear this person go. But when you take deep breaths to try to calm down and relax, that feeling that you was conjuring up in your meditation in a long time, you refer back to it. You dig it out. You say, you bring it up. You have a mental cue that matches that emotion. It could be a picture in your head, a sound that you like to listen to in your head, or whatever, a word. As soon as you need that upliftment to put you in a better vibration, to instantly get back in track, you use your mental cue. You say, what was the symbol that go with that feeling I locked in my heart? Got it. And now it's up to you to go with that. Jump into that frequency. We use these mental cues and emotions tied with them so that we can get back into a certain frequency. We need help with that. That's why you create a mental cue and tie it to an emotion, whatever that emotion is, like we just talked about. Okay? And there it is. That's how you instantly get back into the right frequency and vibration. If something happens, or if you just having a bad day, or you just woke up bad and you want to be better, you want to raise your vibe, you want to be on a certain frequency, that's what you do. You create this pocket, you create a place to go emotionally, an emotional place to go, and you create a mental cue that matches with it, so you can conjure that up in your brain. The emotion will follow, and it's up to you to stay in it. Now you got to stay in it. Now, don't just magically do it on its own, but it's so much easier because it's like you're leading yourself. You're taking yourself to a good place. All right. So number 2, develop an effective mental cue. Well, I already said that. A mental cue is simply something, whether it's a word, a picture, or a sound, anything that works for you, a symbol that takes you somewhere mentally you'd rather go, something that alerts you. It can be used to help break habits, It can also be used to bring yourself back to a better vibration and frequency. That's basically what they for. Just to bring you back. You need a distraction. You need a cue, a door to open. So for example, if you get into an argument with someone at the grocery store and you want to calm down, your mental cue might be teddy bears. You decided teddy bears help you go to a place of softness and fluffiness. And then from that softness and fluffiness, now you're guiding your thoughts somewhere more calm. That's just a loose example, but you guys get what I'm saying. You pick a symbol, whether that symbol is auditory in your head, of course, a sound that you want to conjure up, anything, a symbol, a picture, and then with that automatically gets you to someplace else. Just like how I said, it help you break habits. Like if you bite your nails, your mental cue for biting nails could be, this is just an example, could be the minute you feel yourself gonna go like this, you probably told yourself over and over again that your nails is poisonous. I mean, just to keep, that's a mental cue. That's just one for somebody that work for. Or every time I do this, I'm disrupting something. You do something. Say something to yourself before you begin this bad habit to help you. It's almost like snapping in your ear almost. Okay, it's the equivalent of that. And then what that do is it allow you to take a minute and say, oh yeah, here I go again. And then you can choose at that moment to do something else, okay? It just makes it easier. You still got to make the choice, but this helps you. This is just like you being your own coach, your own best friend. You know, tapping yourself on the shoulder and saying, now. All right. Number 3, expose your mind to conducive energy. So in other words, create conditions or be a part of conditions that are perfect for your energy's development, wherever you want to be. So you want to be less anxious, avoid anxious acting people. It's that simple. Yeah, we all have our days. Every day ain't perfect. Sometimes we do wake up a little nervous or mad or sad or whatever. But I'm talking about it in general. Overall, in general, don't sit around anxious people if that's how they are 85 to 90% of the time. And you don't want to be that. Okay, create conditions that work for you. Listen to the right kind of music. All the things that entertain and stimulate your physical senses, make sure they agree with the energy that you want. They got to, so you can become more of it. Okay. Number 4, relax. Be calm. Y'all probably recognize this, maybe not. And I forgot which product it is, but on the back of it, it said, just like life, serves better when chilled. So, hey, it's not much to really say. If you can make being calm your number 1 priority in life, then you already there. Because that's the main ingredient. That's the basis of survival, of emotional intelligence and other outward attacks. Okay? Be calm. Remain calm through a crisis. Remain calm through just, mundane emergencies or just, general mild irritations. If you're worried about something, remain calm. Look, guys, if you've been watching my channel, then you've heard me say this a lot. There are lessons inside of lessons when you having a spiritual awakening or you're going through your spiritual transformation. You will find that you got to get past this to get to this, or you might be working on 2 things at once. Okay, you might be trying to become you might have to be more patient with yourself before you can be a better parent. And things like that. You have to teach yourself 2 or 3 things at a time sometime. Just to get over this bad habit, you have to correct something else. So the best thing to do so you don't drive yourself crazy is to stay in alignment, be aware of how you feel at all times. I'm not saying be whoop-de-woo and cheerful all the time, because that's impossible. But when you are not cheerful, the greatest gift you can give yourself is observation of your thought process. Do that. And just observe them for a while. Observe your thinkings for a while so you can know yourself. okay? You're not judging yourself. Don't be afraid you won't manifest your goals, because you will. In fact, this is how you do it. In fact, this is how you direct yourself to the right thinking. You got to already know what kind of patterns you have. So be aware of the thoughts that come to you, and only accept those that match where you want to go. And remember, the thoughts are not you, okay? Remember that. You choose the ones that you want to become. You know, we think about all kinds of things all day, but you don't have to accept everything you think about. Do we got any more? Number 5 is take breaks. If you're working on a project, whatever it is, you know, improving a relationship with somebody, school, work, or business, whatever, don't be afraid to take a break from it for a while. You know, you got to take a break from everything. Give and take, push and pull, those are universal laws too. So if you constantly add something, it's going to break, even if it's something good. So take breaks, because you don't want to break yourself, okay? We talking about managing our emotions, our emotional intelligence here, and that's basically it. Before you can even, you know, exercise any kind of self-improvement or self-control, you got to be rested too now. And last but not least, just let go. That's a lesson in itself. You got to teach yourself how to let go. And you do that by observing your thoughts and letting go of the ones that don't suit you. Now keep in mind, all of the stuff we're talking about here take time to achieve. I don't like using the word slow, but it's a process that takes a lifetime. So please don't get it twisted and think, oh, well, nothing's happening. Oh, there's definitely change being made. The very second you decided to become an observer of your thoughts rather than just a receiver of them, then you've already done it. You've already done it. You may experience the same, you know, thought process for a while that has been bad for you. I'm trying to think of a good word to really put emphasis on it. Detrimental. You might have had a detrimental thought process for some time. And so you say, well, how can I reverse this? Well, first of all, just observe them and accept them. Well, don't accept them, but observe them. You know, don't fight against them. If you think about things that are negative or mean, you know, mean to yourself, mean to other people, and just pessimistic things that, you know, fear-based and anger-based things, you want to say, and you say to yourself, okay, you know what, I'm noticing these. Start noticing them. Don't beat yourself up about having them, because again, this is a process. Now, as you start to notice them more and more, like say you take a week to just observe your thinking. Don't have nothing to say behind it. You know what I'm saying? You can ask God to get you through this, whatever it takes. Then the next week you say, okay, here I go again with that. Now, you're making progress, because when you say, here I go again with that, you can start naming it like some people do. They have something called NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, and the part of that is identifying the thoughts you don't like. Just put like a tag on them, name them, separate them from your being. And when they come, you just refer to them as that. Oh, there that thought goes again. Something like a person that you may go to school with or work with who does annoying, obnoxious things, but there isn't much you can do because they're there. You just say, oh, that's Larry. Larry with the pencil eraser problem. He sticks them up his nose. I mean, I'm just saying it might be something very repulsive and it annoys you, but you pay it no mind and you name it and you move on, okay? So it's the same with unwanted thinking. You recognize it after some time of however long it took you. You know, remember, the second you make a decision to become an observer of thoughts is when the magic starts to happen, okay? Once you are like more so looking at them as if they're a separate part of you, instead of thinking the thoughts and then judging yourself for them and saying, is that really me? Am I really that pessimistic? I don't believe in nothing and all I do is think about the worst that could happen. Is that really me? Well, I'm here to tell you, it don't have to be. As long as you see it. Now, if you see that this is what you're thinking about, you just, okay, well, this is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at. Let's go somewhere else. Got it, guys? You can steer yourself. You steer the steering wheel of life, okay? The energetic forces are with you and they support everything you do. The worst thing you could do is give up. And if you feel discouraged, it's okay as long as you don't give up. Discouragement is not a disqualifier, but giving up is, okay? Now I'm through preaching at you, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.